Chosen one, you are not behind. You're hidden. You've looked at your life and compared it to those who seem to be progressing faster, achieving more, or receiving the recognition you believe you were also destined for. And because of that, you may have started to believe that you are behind, like somehow you're off schedule. But here's what I want to say to your spirit today, and I say this with full divine clarity: you are not behind, you are hidden. Watch this video until the end. There is a sacred reason you haven't been fully revealed, yet God has been preparing something in silence. You are not in delay, you are in development, and when the time is right, nothing and no one will be able to stop your rise while you wait in this season. Comment below with your warmest wishes and the number 99 to energize the universe and align your heart with your highest manifestations. Let your wish pour into the atmosphere and allow the divine flow to begin to move on your behalf. Something powerful is unlocked when wishes are released with faith. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And let's begin. You see, when something of great value is being created, it's not rushed. Rare things take time to shape. Precious jewels are formed under pressure, hidden within the earth, untouched and unseen for years, sometimes even centuries, until someone with the right tools and the right eyes comes along and brings them into the light. You are just like that. You are not forgotten. You are being protected and prepared in a chamber of greatness. The silence around your life is not abandonment. It is preservation. God has placed a cloak over you, not to keep you out of sight forever, but to keep you from being exposed too early. You are being concealed for divine reasons. You have been growing where no one can see, stretching in places that don't get applause, building strength in private, because when the appointed moment comes, you won't just appear, you will arrive with impact. Let this be clear, not all movement is forward motion in public view. Some of the most important progress happens in private seasons. The roots grow deep before the tree ever rises. The foundation is dug before the building ever touches the sky. You are in your root season, your foundation moment. That's why it may feel like nothing is happening. That's why you may feel overlooked. But I promise you, the most divine things are not seen while they are being formed. And the fact that you feel hidden is not punishment. It's positioning. You haven't missed anything. Your season isn't delayed. It's divinely scheduled. Every event, every silence, every wait has been calculated by heaven. You are on holy time. Don't measure your journey by someone else's clock. Don't look to the left or to the right, trying to match your pace to theirs. Their path is not your path. Their purpose is not your purpose. You were chosen for something different, and different always requires a different kind of preparation. There is a crown that was molded for your head alone. There is a calling so unique that no one else could ever fulfill it the way you were designed to. And because of that, your journey will look different. It may seem like others are passing you. Let them run. Their race is not your race. Yours is a race of revelation, and revelation takes time to unfold. The hidden seasons are hard. I know they test your faith, they challenge your hope. They make you question if you even heard right in the first place. But don't let the silence lie to you. The silence is not the absence of destiny. It's the protection of destiny. It's the refinement of destiny. You're not being ignored, you're being guarded. God doesn't hide what's worthless. He hides what is priceless. Think about it. The most sacred places are always hidden. The ark was hidden, Moses was hidden, David was hidden, even Jesus was hidden for a time. And when they came forth, the world wasn't ready for the magnitude of their calling. But heaven said, now. That's what's happening to you. The now is coming, the shift is coming. And when the unveiling begins, every moment of hiddenness will make sense in this hidden season. You're learning things you don't even realize. You're becoming someone greater than you thought possible. You're shedding the old skin and stepping into spiritual armor. You are being transformed in stillness. And though no one claps, and though no one may see it, the heavens are applauding you, your silent obedience, your quiet discipline, your lonely prayers. They are building spiritual muscles that will carry the weight of the glory that's coming. Don't be discouraged by who doesn't notice. You don't shrink because the crowd isn't looking your way. The crowd isn't your confirmation. The calling is, and the calling didn't leave you just because it hasn't manifested yet. What's yours is still yours. What's promised is still promised. What's coming is still coming. Delay does not mean denial, and hidden does not mean forgotten. Chosen one, you've been asking, when is my moment? And heaven has been saying, when it's time. Because if you are revealed too early before your foundation is fully formed, before your inner spirit is sealed in truth, then the light that shines on you could destroy what hasn't yet matured in you. But that's not your story. You are being matured, molded, and made whole in private, so you can stand in power in public. Do not curse your hiddenness. Honor it. Respect it. Use it. Hiddenness is a sacred classroom. It is where your true strength is tested. Can you be faithful when no one is watching? Can you keep believing when no one is clapping? Can you walk in excellence without an audience? Because that's the kind of character God trusts with public influence. You are not overlooked. You are overqualified, but still in the oven. You are the cake that must bake fully, or else you'll collapse when the spotlight hits. That's why this season may feel lonely, silent, even stagnant. But stagnation is not your reality. It's your illusion. Underneath everything is moving. In the spirit, things are shifting. Your prayers have reached the throne. Your tears have watered the soil, and something is growing. You're not behind in life. You're ahead in the spirit. You're not late. You're being prepared for a late-stage impact that will surprise even you. You'll rise at the perfect time. And when you do, people will wonder where you came from. But heaven will know exactly where you've been in the secret place. And from that place, you will step into power, into favor, into destiny. You are not missing anything. What is for you has not passed you. It's waiting for you, and it will meet you at the perfect intersection of time and preparation. Until then, stay planted, stay faithful, stay hidden. If that is what this season calls for, because in the hidden place, heaven works best. And when heaven moves, it doesn't just bring you into the light, it makes you the light. Your hiddenness is not a detour, it's divine strategy. Don't abandon it. Don't run from it, embrace it. Because the hidden ones are the chosen ones, and the chosen ones are never forgotten. Only positioned. You are right where you need to be. The next shift will find you. The next level will recognize you, and you will walk into it with authority. Not desperation, with clarity, not confusion, with peace, not pressure. So keep going, keep trusting, keep preparing. You are not behind, you are hidden for a reason, for a season, for a purpose. And when it's your time, the reveal will be so radiant that no one will doubt. It was always meant to be. There is something divine about being wrapped in the quiet. It's a strange kind of blessing, the kind you don't recognize until later, because in this stillness you start to hear not the world, but your own soul. You start to feel not the crowd's pressure, but the rhythm of your own heartbeat, your divine pace. That's where you are now, not lost, not late, just tuned into a frequency that most others cannot hear. The frequency of divine hiding. You've been asking why doors haven't opened. But the truth is, those doors weren't meant for you. Not yet. Some weren't worthy of you. Others were premature, and a few were traps dressed as opportunities. That's what hiding does. It protects you from things that look like blessings, but are really distractions. You were shielded from them, not because you were forgotten, but because heaven knows what you need better than your mind ever could, chosen one. This silence is sacred. You may not see movement, but in the heavens, things are already aligning. People are being stirred. Connections are forming, conversations are happening in rooms you've never entered about you, about your assignment, about your name. And when God says now, everything that was once invisible will break open and show itself. Not because you chased it, but because it was always coming towards you. You don't need to panic. Divine timing doesn't require panic, only presence. And presence begins with trust. Trusting that your life is not late. Not off course, not missed. Every hidden season is just a divine setup for a revealed destiny. It's how God ensures that when you show up, you're not only ready, you're rooted, and nothing can shake a rooted soul. While others were building platforms, you were building principles while they were chasing status. You were cultivating strength, and while they needed validation, you found your voice in solitude. That's why you'll last longer. That's why your shine will be different. It won't come from outside approval, it'll radiate from inside alignment. So, if you've been wondering why no one sees you yet, let me tell you this. It's because heaven sees you first, and until heaven approves the unveiling. No stage, no title, no promotion will truly reflect the greatness within you. But when heaven says go, nothing on earth can stop it. You are not being punished by obscurity. You are being protected by secrecy. Hiddenness is the womb of transformation. It is the divine cocoon. And while it may feel like nothing is happening, everything is shifting. Wings are forming. Power is birthing. Identity is solidifying. And once you emerge, it won't be a slow rise. It'll be a divine launch. Don't despise this hidden place. Speak to it with gratitude. Say, thank you for keeping me while I grow. Thank you for the silence that taught me how to listen. Thank you for the shadows that trained my sight. Because when the spotlight finally finds you, you'll already know who you are. And no light will blind you. No stage will distract you. No crowd will sway you. You are the kind of person who doesn't need to compete because you carry completeness. You were chosen not to blend in, but to blaze a new trail. That's why your timing looks different. That's why your path is unusual. That's why you've walked through delays that weren't really delays. They were divine detours. You weren't being slowed down. You were being sent a different way, the better way, the protected way. And now every step you've taken in silence will echo loudly in your next season. Every tear you shed in the dark will water the seeds of your success. Every no you faced will make the yes more undeniable. And every person who couldn't see you then, they'll see you now. But by then, you won't even need them to. Because you're not rising for applause, you're rising for purpose. You're not emerging to prove anything. You're emerging to fulfill everything that was written for you. And the most powerful part, nothing can stop it. Not the delays, not the opinions, not the confusion, because this is not your doing. It's your becoming chosen one. The most anointed people are often hidden the longest. That's because their light must be purified before it is revealed. Their character must be shaped. Their heart must be tested. Their spirit must be sealed. You are going through all of that right now. And it may feel heavy, but it's holy. It may seem quiet, but it's sacred. And when it's over, you'll be ready to lead without ego, ready to love without fear, ready to carry what others dropped, ready to rise without losing yourself. And all of that begins in this space. The hidden space, the space where destiny is protected, where potential is matured, where greatness is grown. You are like a masterpiece still under the cover. The artist isn't done yet, but when the sheet is lifted, what's underneath will leave the world breathless. They'll wonder how they didn't see it coming. But heaven knew, heaven always knew. That's why you haven't needed to force anything. That's why certain doors wouldn't open. That's why some relationships couldn't stay, because those things weren't meant for the revealed version of you. They were part of your formation, not your fulfillment. And what's coming isn't formed by your hustle. It's shaped by your alignment. There's a shift coming for you, a divine signal, a silent release. One day soon, you'll wake up and everything will start to change. Not because you did more, but because the time arrived. And when time meets readiness, manifestation begins. So let the hiddenness complete its work. Let it humble you, let it cleanse you, let it refine you, let it strip away the distractions. Because once this chapter ends, the next one begins with light clarity and divine speed. Your life has not been on pause. It's been on purpose. Your silence has not been empty. It's been preparing. Your prayers were not ignored. They were being stored. And soon you will see it unfold. All of it, all at once. You are not late. You are not behind. You are hidden. And hidden is holy, what the world calls delay. God calls design, what people see as slowness. Heaven knows precision. You haven't been denied access. You've been given exclusive protection. There's a grace in the places no one can trace. And you've chosen, one have been walking under that grace, not visible to many but clearly seen by the divine. You were never created to be part of the crowd. That's why blending in never felt natural. That's why following trends felt like betrayal to your soul, because your path was carved differently, your light was shaped uniquely, your essence was branded by God's hand, and He doesn't rush what He values. You are not like the rest. And that's exactly why your timing is rare, your journey sacred, your breakthrough unforgettable. What you may not realize is that hiding doesn't just keep you safe. It allows heaven to work behind the scenes, without the noise of outside interference. When God hides you, He keeps your name away from those who would misunderstand your calling. He shields your gift from those who would try to use it before it's matured. He hides your favor from those who would try to manipulate it. For their benefit, hiddenness is how God builds the armor of discernment around your destiny. In this season, you've been stripped of distractions, you've been kept away from chaos. You've had opportunities vanish not because you weren't good enough, but because your soul is being made excellent. You've had people fall away, not because you were abandoned, but because your company is being purified. And though the process is painful, the outcome will be priceless. You are walking through refinement, and refinement is not punishment, it's preparation. Fire doesn't destroy gold, it defines it. And that's what has been happening to you in this hidden space. You are being defined not by what you do publicly, but by who you become privately. That's where true power is born, away from the stage, far from applause, deep in the silence of obedience. There's a maturity that is forming inside you, a strength that can't be learned in the spotlight. It comes from the quiet, from waking up and showing up for yourself, even when nothing seems to be shifting. From believing even when the results haven't yet caught up to the revelation. That's real faith, that's real power, and that's what's being birthed in you. You are not running behind, you are being trained in timing. The divine doesn't operate on man's calendar. It moves on alignment, surrender, readiness, and when everything in you is synchronized with everything above you, the doors will open on their own. You won't need to push, you won't need to chase. What's yours will recognize you and come with grace. Not strange chosen one, you haven't even seen the full version of yourself. Yet that's why the world hasn't either. Because the masterpiece is still unfolding. You are still discovering parts of your soul that have been locked behind pain delay or old beliefs. But with every hidden moment, you are being restored. The veil is lifting within you first, and then the external world will reflect that shift. There's a reason why your journey has required more patience than others. It's because your mission is heavier, your impact is broader, your legacy is deeper, and those things can't be built overnight. So yes, it has felt like everyone else was being seen while you were being ignored, but in reality, they were being exposed. While you were being exalted in silence, some are elevated quickly, but they fall just as fast. But when God hides you roots, you teaches you, and then lifts you, you remain. because what God establishes, no man can uproot. That is the kind of strength you are receiving. Now, not the fast kind, the forever kind. The hidden ones carry anointing the world is not ready for until the appointed time. That's you. That's why you had to wait. That's why you had to walk through seasons where your gifts felt buried. But gifts that are buried are not lost. They're being preserved. The seed does not die in the soil. It breaks open to grow. You've been breaking open in the dark, quietly, painfully, purposefully, and the growth that is happening within you. Now will soon make sense to every confused moment you've had. You'll look back and realize I wasn't forgotten, I was being formed. That's why you couldn't rush it. That's why things had to happen slowly, methodically, spiritually, because this is not just about getting there. It's about staying there. It's about being able to carry the blessing without crumbling under its weight. And that kind of strength comes from this very season of hiding. You're not just rising, you're being refined into someone who can rule wisely, walk humbly, and withstand storms. That's more important than any spotlight. The world celebrates speed, but God celebrates substance. And substance takes time to build. So let go of the timelines, release the pressure, abandon the comparisons. You are not called to be fast. You were called to be faithful. You were not chosen to compete. You were chosen to complete a mission only you can fulfill. And missions like that are revealed, not rushed. Your moment is coming. And it will not be a moment that you force into existence. It will be a divine unveiling, orchestrated by heaven, timed by the Spirit, and delivered with peace. And when it comes, you'll realize it was worth the wait. You'll realize that the silence had a sound, the sound of destiny forming. You'll realize that the isolation had a purpose to birth identity. You'll realize that the stillness wasn't empty. It was pregnant with purpose. And every second spent in this sacred hiddenness was a divine investment into your future. So walk through this season with your head high. Even if no one is clapping, show up for yourself with excellence, even if no one is watching. Speak to your dreams with faith, even if nothing has moved yet. Because the ones who are faithful in silence are the ones heaven crowns in the open. Chosen one, you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not left out. You are being hidden, molded, matured, and made ready for something that will outlive trends, outshine illusions, and outlast superficial success. Your time is coming. Your name is already written. Your door is being prepared, and when it opens, you won't just walk through it, you'll own it. Chosen one in the silence, you've been tempted to question your worth in the waiting. You've wondered if you somehow missed your cue, but I want to pour something directly into your spirit right now. Your worth is not connected to visibility. Your value is not determined by recognition. You are worthy because you were created with divine intention. You are valuable because heaven placed a mission inside you that cannot be replicated or erased. It's easy to believe something is wrong when things are quiet, but sometimes silence is not an absence. It's a sacred whisper from the divine, a whisper that says, "Be still, let me finish what I started in you." And while others may be distracted by noise, you are being trained to hear that whisper. That whisper is where your instructions are being written, where your next chapter is taking shape. You are not where you are by accident. This pause is not random. This hiddenness is not a mistake. You are in a divine classroom, learning lessons that success will later demand from you. You're gaining the kind of insight that cannot be taught in public. It's spiritual insight, the kind that leads armies, builds legacies, and shifts generations. And that's why the isolation felt so intense. It wasn't to punish you, it was to tune you. You had to be removed from what was familiar to receive what was divine. The chatter had to die down so you could hear what heaven was trying to say. And though it's felt lonely at times, this has been a deeply intimate season between you and your Creator. This season of hiding isn't about hiding from the world. It's about being hidden in God. There's a difference because when you're hidden in God, you're not lost. You're loved, you're not ignored, you're insulated, you're not unseen, you're being held in the palm of purpose until the perfect moment arrives. And that moment chosen, one is being crafted. Now, it's not far off, it's not forgotten, it's coming. Not just any moment, your moment, the one that matches your frequency, the one that knows your name, the one that fits your spirit like a tailored robe, and when it shows up, it will not ask for permission. It will not knock gently. It will announce itself with divine force, and all you will have to do is step into it, boldly, beautifully, fully, because of what you've endured in the hidden place. You'll carry wisdom others won't have. You'll move differently, speak with depth, act with intention, love with clarity. You will not just be someone who rose, you'll be someone who was sent, and the world will recognize that you'll feel it in your bones. You'll know you're no longer who you were. You'll carry the air of someone who has been with God, someone who has survived the silence, someone who didn't run when things got hard, someone who stayed faithful when applause was nowhere to be found, and that spiritual grit will open more doors than talent ever could every day you've spent questioning yourself. Heaven has been answering with preparation. Every tear you've cried in private has been watering your destiny. And every moment you thought nothing was happening. Everything was happening, you just couldn't see it yet because some miracles grow best in the dark. You're about to see what it was all for. You're about to experience the reason for the restraint. The reason things didn't happen when you wanted them to, because your blessing didn't belong to your impatience. It belonged to your readiness. And now you're ready not just to receive, but to handle, to steward, to multiply, to move forward without fear. This is why you had to be hidden, so you could become, so you could break away from what people expected of you, so you could be led not by culture, but by calling, so that your voice would echo purpose, not pressure. This is a divine unveiling, and it begins in the hidden space, chosen one. When you walk out of hiding, don't be surprised when others are in awe, not because of your appearance, but because of your authority. Your presence will carry weight. Your words will move hearts. Your steps will create shifts, because those who are hidden by God don't return the same. They rise with fire. You may have felt invisible, but the heavens never took their eyes off you. The angels have been watching. The universe has been aligning. The stage has been built behind the curtain. And now the curtain is beginning to move slowly, silently, but surely your time is approaching, and it will not be denied. There's no need to explain yourself to those who never saw your value in the dark. Don't defend the hidden process. Let the fruit speak. Let the transformation speak. Let the favor speak, and it will loudly. You won't need validation when your presence carries the undeniable evidence of divine timing. Everything that was put on pause will start to move. Everything that was held back will begin to flow. Doors that were sealed will open wide, and the version of you that walks through them will be unstoppable, not because of pride, but because of purpose. You'll notice you no longer fit in spaces that once felt like home. You'll sense the shift in energy, not because others have changed, but because you have. You've elevated, you've matured, you've spiritually evolved, and now only alignment can accompany you. No more settling, no more shrinking, no more explaining. You are not behind, you are becoming, you are blooming, and no bloom is rushed. The rose does not apologize for when it opens. It simply opens and the world makes room for its fragrance. The same will be true of you. There's something sacred about silence that the world doesn't understand. The world rushes to make noise, to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized. But those who are truly chosen know that greatness isn't loud. It's cultivated, it's grown in obscurity, it's refined when no eyes are watching. And that's exactly what has been happening with you. Chosen one, the world may not have given you a platform yet, but heaven already gave you purpose, and purpose doesn't expire. It doesn't fade with time, it doesn't lose its power because of silence. In fact, purpose only deepens in stillness. The longer the preparation, the greater the presentation you've been in. The kind of preparation that only those chosen for legacy experience. Some people are visible because they're loud. You, however, are becoming visible because you're ready. You were never meant to chase the spotlight. You are meant to carry the light, and the light you carry isn't man-made, it's divine. It has been formed in the midnight hours, in the empty rooms, in the quiet battles. Only you and God knew about. That's why you feel different now. That's why certain things no longer excite you. That's why the desire for external validation has started to fade, because you're beginning to feel something deeper. The peace that comes from inner knowing. The quiet confidence that whispers, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. It took courage to stay on this path. It took strength to keep believing when nothing around you confirmed the vision. It took faith to keep walking when the doors didn't open. But you did it. You endured the winter. You trusted the stillness. You stayed when it would have been easier to quit. And because of that, a new season is breaking over your life. The curtain is lifting. The air is changing. The energy is shifting. There's movement happening around you that your physical eyes may not see yet, but your spirit does. You can feel the shift. You can sense that something is aligning. That's not imagination, it's revelation. It's confirmation that your time in the hidden place has not been in vain. Chosen one, when God hides you, He's not just preparing you, He's preparing everything connected to you. He's aligning people, positioning provision, adjusting timelines, moving hearts, opening invisible doors, and when the moment comes, it will all click into place in a way that only God could orchestrate. You won't need to force the fit. You won't need to chase or beg or manipulate. What's yours will flow toward you with divine momentum, because this is not about ambition. It's about alignment, and alignment always brings ease, not because it's easy, but because it's meant. The waiting season has been working on your character.